So this is Danielle Anderson. We're here at Hammock Beach Resort with Anthony Smith, singer-songwriter. How exciting is it to be back in the community for the fifth, sixth time?
Yes, I've been here every year. It's amazing every year. It gets better every year. This is probably the collection of the top writers in the world. You know, I think they got 43 writers and some of the biggest, most critically acclaimed, iconic writers on earth. And man, so if you like songwriting, the best of the best are here in an amazing location, and you get to hear them all perform, and it's awesome. But we're by the ocean, for God's sake.
You know, we've been very fortunate to have Gary help put this festival together for us, and it's really grown. Are you amazed or surprised by the way that it's happened?
Well, you know, I had met Gary early on, and his passion for songwriters was enormous, and it moved me, inspired me, so I just decided I was going to help in any way I could. I called all my songwriter friends, and the word just kept going out from songwriter to publisher, and people started getting involved, and people who wanted to sponsor the event, which makes this happen. It was all Gary's, his passion really created the whole thing, and his work ethic, you know. But I love it, and him and I become really close friends, and it's like a brother.
He's a good man.
Yes.
So what is the best part of coming to a Songwriters Festival for you?
Well, you know, most of the shows I do a lot of shows, and it's usually solo. I just do my artist songwriter thing and play by myself. But this is where I get to see my buddies I don't get to see all the time, you know, because they're out doing their thing, and every once in a while I get to write with some of them. But I'm with Daryl Worley tonight. He and I do this little duo thing, and just he and I on the stage and have a ball. So it's just getting really, for me personally, it's just getting to hang out with my peers who are my friends and that I don't see all the time, once a year here, you know. So maybe go fishing, deep sea fishing or something.
Very cool. So how do you get inspired when you're getting ready to write a song, or is it just you're out there and it comes to you?
It's just different day to day. I mean, you go in for a writing session and you just don't know what's going to happen. And sometimes, like, you'll start off with a guitar riff that inspires a lyric, or you may have an idea, a story that hits you, and then that will inspire a melody. There's no real science to it, for me anyway. It's just really an organic thing. I get inspired from the craziest things. A line will just fall out of the sky sometimes.
Wow.
You know, and so I don't even have to. I know a lot of people feel like they have to write based on their life experiences and stuff like that, and I rarely do that. I have done that, but most of the time it comes from my imagination. And I tell people, I make the analogy of like, well, somebody wrote Lord of the Rings, and when they did, they had to come up with these characters that never existed before. So it wasn't from a life experience. It was from the depths of their imagination, and that's the way I like to write, because it's more concept, you know.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So what advice would you give to a young writer or a young poet who's thinking about, could they be a songwriter?
School. No, I'm totally kidding. No, I would just say that in this environment, songwriters are struggling like never before, you know, obviously, but I think that I would tell them to be fearless, not to follow trends, but to create them. I would say that, you know, a lot of people are trying to write for radio, and I think that is probably a model that's broken. I think now you write just to create something, you know, that you think is special to you. It'll be more real, and I think that'll transfer. People will get it when they see you perform it or record it or whatever.
So is there a favorite song that you've ever written that's been a hit or not a hit?
You know, the truth of that is, it depends on what mood I'm in. When I wake up one day, one song I thought, man, I forgot about that song I wrote. I really love that. And other days, it'll be a sad song, a happy song, a rockin' song.
Yeah.
It just depends. So I don't really have a favorite, you know.
And is there anybody that you would like to collaborate with as an artist that you haven't done so yet?
You know, it's funny. I've met him, and we kind of hit it off. Wrote a song about him, and Christopherson, but I think that he's probably retired, but I know him. He called me up one day, but I wasn't about to say, hey, why don't we write one?
Be like, that's the Rubber Duck. Come on now, Rubber Duck. Have you seen Convoy, the movie Convoy?
Oh yes, I saw Star Is Born and a bunch of his movies. Yeah.
So Chris Christopherson, he really wants to work with you.
That would be nice. If he called me up and said, hey man, I want to write, I'd be like, where, when? I'm there. So.
All right. Well, thanks for stopping and talking with us this weekend.
Absolutely.